We're entering into a power weekend. This is incredible. Shabbat followed by Rosh Hashana. The day that God looks at the world as the king and sees how we're doing and potentially gives allocations and judgment. It's a massive day with major implications on our lives. And the question is, how do you make sure you end up in the favorable side? What can we do to be seen in a more favorable light? So I want to share with you a concept. It's actually very much connected to this week's Torah portion. Let me digress. There was a prophet in our history, one of the greatest prophets of all time, a man named Elisha. He was one of the great prophets. And he would travel city to city. And back in those days, when you traveled city to city, like, you didn't check in a Marriott, like, you didn't go to Airbnb, like, I don't know, you slept on the floor, you slept in a cave, you slept in someone's home, like, you were really walking around as a vagabond. And this woman named the Isha Shunamis, who was probably a well-to-do woman, sees the prophet come in and feels for him and builds in her own home, which wasn't a McMansion, a room for him, a bed, a light, something. And he's so grateful. And he says to her, I'm going to speak to the king. Can I ask for you for something for you? And the commentator is saying, he's not speaking to a real king. He's not speaking to a human king. He's speaking to the King of Kings. It's Rosh Hashana, the day we call God King. And he's asking the woman, can I hook you up? Like, the answer is sure. Like, I'm speaking to the president. I'm speaking to a billionaire. Can I put something in for you? Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you need. And she says, B'soch ami ani yosheves. No, I'm cool. I sit within my people. And people ask, why? Just ask for something. What was she thinking? So I want to share with you a concept. Whenever you get to a day like Rosh Hashanah, you have to understand there's two different entities at play. You are two different entities. You are you, and you are also a part of the Jewish people. You have your own individual identity. Think of it like a jersey. You have your name on the back, and you have the symbol of the team on the front. Your team is the Jewish people, and you are you. God says when it comes to you individually, I don't know how it works out. Like, it can, it can't, who knows? Are you good, you're not good? But when it comes to the Jewish people, you're always going to win. The Jewish people will always win. It's a bond we have, signed from Abraham. You're never going to kill us. Bring us Nazis. Yeah, there'll be a lot of death, but we as a people will not die. Attack us with 5 armies in 1948 at the same time. Got it. We're not going to die. The gift that God gave us is the gift of eternality. It's tremendous. We don't appreciate it enough, but it's awesome. When we stand before God on Rosh Hashanah, the question is, are we really about the name on the back? Me? Or are we really a part of our people? Have I managed to subjugate myself to the desires of many? Am I really more teammate than individual? Is it about my scoring or us winning? Who am I? Am I an individual that lives in the Jewish people? Or am I a piece of the Jewish people? Do I live in a community where I give? Do I live in a family where I take care of? Do I worry about people? Do I think about people? Am I part of my nation? And the more the answer is yes, the more our judgment is, so to speak, connected to that. This week's Torah portion opens with Moshe telling the Jews, Atem nitzavim hayom kulchem lifnei Hashem Elokechem. You are standing here today. Today is the code word according to the Zohar for Rosh Hashanah. Kulchem, together, lifnei Hashem Elokechem, before God. We stand together before God. When we stand before God on Rosh Hashanah, the more we are part of our community, the more we are part of our families, the more we are willing to sacrifice for each other, the more we are willing to forgive each other, the more we are willing to do a favor, to worry, to empathize, to take care of each other, the more we are connected to the Jewish people, the more our judgment itself is not individualized. It's part of the success that's been given to us. And so as we prepare ourselves for this wonderful day, let's try to ask ourselves, how much have I done for others this year? Am I really self-focused? Or am I selfless? And what can I do now, today, tomorrow, Sunday? What can I do? What can I do so that I could do one more thing for another? One more act of kindness. One more forgiveness where I'm going beyond myself. One more uncomfortable action that I didn't want to do, but it's the right thing to do. What can I do to show myself and to God that really my identity, maybe all year, but not anymore, is not self-focused. It's not self-focused. Maybe I can do something to be part of that team that never loses, the Jewish people.